If it can be sent in an email, why are you calling me? If it can be sent in a text, sis, why are you calling me? Hey beautiful people, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I have another beauty sesh today. If it's your first time here, my name is Amy. I am passionate about mental health, but I also make beauty videos because I believe we should live abundant lives but also look cute while we're doing it. Getting ready to go out for dinner with my friends, guys, and I've had this kind of topic that I wanted to talk about with you for a while. Navigating friendships as an ex people pleaser who loves the Lord. Essentially just trying to cultivate good relationships and have good boundaries. But yeah, I was inspired while I'm doing my makeup. I will be featuring all new MORPHE brushes. They are super affordable. I got them directly from the website, and I'll let you know how I find them. So yeah, I've tried this one once, just the foundation application, loved it so far. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so as usual, you know how it is with Get Ready With Me's. It's not really about the makeup. I will mention products here and there. I'm just going to prime my skin. Whew, guys. So I feel like boundaries is one of those buzzwords right now, especially after the panoramic and just like people really being aware of their mental health, especially boundaries with family, boundaries with like the people who are close to you that you wouldn't normally think you have to have boundaries with. And I'm a typical Enneagram 2. Like, if you don't know what that is, I'll link it below. Check it out, it's really helpful. I love helping people, and in the past I have found it very difficult to say no, especially even when it's to my own detriment. Like, I will literally give you money to buy your lunch and then starve for the next 2 days type of thing. Like, obviously not literally, but you know what I mean. This is gonna be so hard to do my makeup and talk at the same time because I'm so passionate about it. But yeah, okay, bit of background. Y'all know I love my backgrounds. Yeah, so I've just always been that way in terms of like, it makes me happy to see people happy. And the downside of that is that you have to be careful, because then you can get into that mode where you are constantly trying to fix people. So it's trying to get that balance between helping, but not trying to fix people or a situation. Also, can I just say, we've had a heat wave in London over the last week. Today's the first day that it's not like glaring sun. So I think I have a bit of a tan and all my foundations are a little bit light for me, but as usual, we will make it work, blending in concealers and everything. So, I mean, I've just always found it difficult because I struggle to, for me, placing boundaries, any kind of boundaries, is I feel like it's being mean, or I don't know really how to like assert what I want and what I need. And it's gotten me into sticky situations. I feel like I haven't been able to get the most out of my friendships because of this boundary thing that I do. So I've been at this for a long time now, not last year, probably like 2 years before I became aware of this. I noticed that my attachment style is quite like anxious. So like, what can I do to belong, or what can I do for this person to want to be my friend? How do I earn their friendship? Again, therapy, shout out to my therapist. Just realizing that this has really come from moving as much as I've done and always being like the new kid who had to make friends, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I kind of identified myself as a people pleaser. And then in like, even in my romantic relationships, I would always do things that kind of, you could say the person was taking advantage, but not really, because I allowed myself, like I served myself on a platter, on a plate. And then couple that with being a Christian, where we are constantly told to be self-sacrificial and love your neighbor and be a good Samaritan, etc., etc. We just love to take these things out of context, don't we? Like, we love. Like, I would literally, you know, have the mentality that in order to be good or in order to be valued, I need to serve myself on a platter and be like Jesus. Now, yes, he did lay his life down for us, but we are told to love our neighbors as ourselves, which means we need to love ourselves first. We need to learn how to prioritize ourselves. We need to learn how to assert what we want and need to be able to do that with other people. I was going around forgetting the whole as thyself part and just loving others, which again isn't a completely bad thing, but it can just be a little bit dangerous. So I feel like now I'm starting to kind of manage it better. This sponge is really nice. It's also from MORPHE. It's very, very squishy. And I want to share with you how I'm doing that. So the first thing that I started doing is literally not saying yes to everything. And I know it seems so obvious, but I really struggled with saying no to things. Like, I just thought that if I say no, then I'm not worthy. So one of the things that I've been doing is realizing that my worth doesn't come from like my actions, right? So if you want to be my friend, or if we are friends, it's not transactional. Relationships are not transactional. And I don't know, deep down somewhere in my mind, I definitely built the core belief that they are, but never expecting anything in return. So how does that make sense? So you feel like relationships are transactional, but you don't feel like anybody needs to pay you anything. It's giving freebies all the time, not realizing value. It's giving 2 + 2 = 64. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So now I have prioritized doing things that remind me of my value, learning what God says about me, doing things that I enjoy, that I can see, yes, I'm, worthy and I'm valuable, and not really basing that on what I can produce and what I can do, but rather just who I am. Seems easy, but it's been a work in progress. And by doing that, I have felt more confidence. It has freed me from the shackles of feeling like if I don't do things a certain way, or if I say yes to this, that, this person will stop talking to me, or this person will, I don't know, just really caring about what other people think. So that's one thing. Just gonna blend. Another thing that I've been doing that again ties in is working on just my general anxiety, right? So I worry, and it makes sense that if I worry about things, or if I have a habit of worrying, then I'm going to be worrying about what people think. Now I am working to be free from that, which doing that in general is then affecting my friendships. So again, one of my favorite scriptures is do not worry about anything, but in prayer and thanksgiving. I forget the rest of the verse. I'll put it up. Look at me saying one of my favorite verses and then I don't even know the whole full version. It's because there are so many like versions going on in my head. But so from a practical perspective, when I start to feel anxious, I look for things to say thank you for. And it works, guys. Like, it actually works. And it's like, we are given these set of instructions, but for some, sorry, sound of the brushes, for some reason, or for whatever reason, we just decide, we don't think it's gonna work, but it works. I promise you it works. So the less anxious I am, the less I overthink, and I can just decide something. No, I'm not able to do this, and that's just it, without thinking, without being indecisive, and just really working and practicing and using that muscle has helped me so much. So the next time that you are thinking, your spirit wants to say no, but you feel like, oh, what if this, what if that? Say what you can and can't do, and afterwards say, thank you, or thank you, Lord, for giving me the ability to make decisions. Thank you, Lord, for confidence in my decision making. Thank you, Lord, for friends who are understanding. Like, speak it into existence, and it works. It's scary at first, I won't lie to you, but it definitely works. So the next thing that I've been doing in order to help maintain boundaries is be honest with my friends. I feel like we talk about trusting people and talking to people, but nobody really wants to do it. Like, how awkward is it to say, oh, I can't really come to this party that we're having, or I can't really speak on the phone because it affects my mental health. Like, there's a lot of shame attached to that, and it's just like, what kind of nonsense is that? But I tell you guys, speaking on the phone makes my chest beat, and my friends know this. I love you guys if you're watching. Like, if I'm already in a space where I'm feeling vulnerable, if you're not work, if you're not my office, if it's not an emergency, if you're not my mum, like my sister maybe, and then I can't do phone. Even with my mum, the reason I could pick up the phone is because I can be like, okay, bye mum, my ear hurts. Do you know what I mean? And at first it was really hard to put those boundaries in place. Like, I felt really mean. Yeah, I felt really mean, like always saying to my friends, oh, I'm gonna call you back. I can't pick up the phone. Like, that was actually my go-to line. Oh, I'm gonna call you back. Meanwhile, I just wasn't comfortable, or I didn't feel free enough, or having had the space enough to talk on the phone. Not that I couldn't communicate, but I had to communicate in a way that works for me. Have you guys seen that meme that says, if it can be sent in an email, why are you calling me? Like, if it can be sent in a text, sis, why are you calling me? And you know, I'm working on it, because the same way I expect people to respect my desires, I want to be able to respect their desires. And some of my friends really enjoy talking on the phone. It helps them, it helps their mental health to be able to talk and hear feedback instantly. So I try to make it work. I try to look for flexible ways of doing things, which is actually my next point, is to not be so black and white and rigid, and to remember that everybody's boundaries matter. And so all you can do is try and assert your own, but also be considerate of the other boundaries people have. It's a two-way thing, because if we just think of it as one direction, like my boundaries, my boundaries, my boundaries, then essentially if everybody was like you, it wouldn't work, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me put some pencil in my brows. Give me 1 second. Filled in my brows. They're not really doing what I wanted to do, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, what was I saying? So it's just also being mindful of the boundaries that I have in place and the boundaries that other people have to put in place. I love these Morphe brushes, guys. They are so good. If you're looking for kind of like new brushes that you just want to use to revamp your like makeup collection, 100% recommend. 10 out of 10. I can just feel that they're going to be really durable. I like the, is it ergonomics, like how it feels to hold. Also, they're black and sleek and they look professional, and they feel really, really nice on the skin. So yeah, I'm really happy with this purchase, and it wasn't expensive at all. I've just become really simplistic with my makeup, and that's what I feel the most comfortable in, and that's what I enjoy the most. I can't talk and do eyeliner at the same time, so 1 second. I think that's sharp enough. Okay, so lashes on. I tried to do like a little green something. My friend is gonna be like, what are you doing? Like, where are you going, sis? And reality is, I hate wearing makeup with a mask, but as usual, I think as usual, I'm going to do a, should I do a nude lip today or should I do a color? I never do color. No, I'm gonna do nude. We'll save the color for another day. Favorite NYX lip liner. It's just in the shade Cold Brew. Lip gloss to finish off. The color I'm using is the NYX Butter Gloss in Madeline. I love these. They are super affordable, and they have a really nice color payoff. Spray with my new favorite setting spray as well is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I just love how it comes out. I'm going to dry my face with my portable fan. Please don't ruin my lashes. Oh, Oh, I can feel my lashes being ruined. This was not a good idea. Okay, this has to go off. And you guys know I'm the queen, in fact, the king of sensitive eyes. Why would I do that? I almost wrecked my lashes. I guess, yeah, the last thing that I try and do, like I was saying, is just be honest and have, you know, be really, really open with my friends. Now, I literally say to my friends, I think I'm currently going through social anxiety. I love my friends so much now, even more because I have let myself into that vulnerable part of me, which is really, really hard to do. And I will admit, with some friends, it's harder than others. And one thing I've learned is, like, there are some friends where you feel like you can't show them everything, like you just don't feel comfortable. And if that's the case, that's fine to work around it. I think the main thing that I'm learning is that someone said something the other day: boundaries are there to free us and liberate us, not to keep us in. And if that's something that you missed along the way growing up, don't know how you did it, find it now better than ever, because they will liberate you in your friendships. They will teach you how to be assertive, and it will allow you to love people the same way Christ loved us, when we put those boundaries in place, and healthy boundaries, not horrible boundaries, not boundaries that are too rigid, not boundaries that don't exist. Loose walls. Sorry, that was too much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it entertaining, but also insightful, as I kind of let you know a little bit about my journey and how it's been going with kind of like my friendships and boundaries and navigating and stuff. I will keep you updated on how well it's going. So far, so good. I'm giving myself like 2, maximum 1 kind of like thing a week, and I've let my friends know, so you know, they're good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, remember, you are amazing and have so many wonderful things to offer the world. I will see you in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day, my loves. Thank you for watching. Bye.